Hello everyone, how are you today? So, thought I'd bring you out into the garden. Just a change of scenery. Been to say why I've been doing what I've been doing recently with the videos online, with the videos you've been seeing online. Unfortunately, YouTube has stopped the capability for me to remix, hence why they've not been up to scratch of recent. That was because I added a particular audio twice, two times. Same subject, it was for the airport videos. One I muted and one I let the audio play. And because of that, I had a copyright strike. They've now removed that until it's all resolved. So I apologise for that in advance. So, the reason which has been going on recently, and it has been going on for about, 8-9 years now, is the situation with my knee. And in all fairness, it's not good. It's been battling on, and I've tried to cope. I've tried to carry on normally. I've tried to do everything that I possibly can not to let it get to me, which is what most people would do. From what I was told when I used to live with my previous doctor, that it was degenerative osteoarthritis. It isn't. It is now something completely different. I had a few text messages last Wednesday to give the musculoskeletal clinic a call to make an appointment, which I did. And at the end of that phone call, they said, right, we have an appointment for tomorrow. It's 2:30. Can you make it? Yes, not a problem. I will be there because I do want all this sorted for obvious reasons. Now, personally, I would really like to do that. Now, for the strange reason, it's quite self-explanatory when you think about it. Because, as you've seen from my videos, I like to go out, I like to do different things, and I like to explore. I really, really do. So when I have a flare-up, it really gets to me. So this appointment was just following day, brilliant. I have no issues with that at all. It now appears that even though my doctor turned around and said the medication I'm on for the PTSD and stuff like that, that could be affecting what's happening with my knee. No. The physiotherapist said nothing like it. He said, why did you not say that for? I said, well, I don't know. So we are going back to the drawing board now. We're trying to get other things sorted. So that kind of puts into play why I'm doing this video. It's because I've had to change a lot of things. Don't worry about that in the background. It's just, I live near a main road and you get all sorts. Mind you, at 2 o'clock in the morning, well, anything, any time during the day yet. Outside the bedroom window which face that way, towards the road which goes outside our place, it's noisy some nights, mainly on a Friday and Saturday, sometimes on a Thursday, at 2 o'clock in the morning when they've got the loose and twos on, but that's a different matter altogether. I digress. I've been given the task to try and do little things, which I have no issues doing because I do want to get better. The funniest part was, well, there was two funniest parts to it. You know, when a physiotherapist or doctor gets the hammer, they bang your knee to see if your joint goes well. Well, it did for me right one. My left one, it went in a different angle, so that was interesting. Now we pinpointed it to quite literally a nerve thing. So we're trying to work out exactly what is going to kick it off. Now, what he's given me to do for the next 4 weeks is hilarious, but that's a different matter for another time. But the other things he said as well is because the way that your knee is reacting to being touched, I am not going to give you, and I would never advise to give you, a cortisone injection into your knee. That's what happens when you have joint pain. Sometimes you have cortisone injections, but you can only have a maximum of 3 per year. And then you have to look at other things. He said, well, it was really the way he came out with it. He goes, I don't want to do it for the simple fact, well, if I put the needle in, your knee's going to go, isn't it? And your leg's going to hit me. I said, well, it's up to you. But, I've got tattoos all over my body, and well, I don't like needles. And he got it straight away. Anyway, I digress. So, my plans have dramatically changed, as you can tell. I'm having to rethink different things for different times and stuff like that. My original plans, which I did have gone out the window slightly. But as I posted the other day, we have some interesting ideas to take us to the end of next year. First of all, I'll do the trips that I probably put in officially anyway, because, you know, there's something which I'm going to divulge to you guys, which is going to be amazing, which is just great. Also, please don't forget to click, like, subscribe, comment, and get everyone else to follow it, because one of the things which I'm going to talk about is going to be interesting. So, my birthday weekend in August, that might be changing, which is a shame. Might not be able to get out so much, so anybody in London who wants to join me at that point, feel free to. And I'll give people the time. It's better in mind, I am not saying, for various different reasons, the exact dates now. There are other things going on which I will not bore you with. So that's for August, my birthday weekend. 5 days in London, possibly. If that doesn't change. Maybe. I don't know yet. So then we have officially the next one, which is November. Now, I still want to do another video for Manchester Christmas markets this year, because I think it went really down well last year, and the boost in March was a bit strange. It was like, no, it was the beginning of April, because everyone started to look at my Manchester Christmas market vlogs from November last year in April, like I put it recently, Christmas in April. It's a new one to me. But then, due to my housemate, who is now going away at the beginning of December, London for Hyde Park Winter Wonderland is going to have to be now. But when it starts, I'm going to roughly guess about the second or third weekend of November, all the way through to January again, like it was this year. So third or fourth week of November, I'm coming down to London for a few days. We know what happened last year. We will move on now. Now we'll move on to January. Now, if I can arrange this, I want to come down from London to the weekend to film at Canary Wharf's New Year light event. I've seen the videos this year for the past few years, and I think it's really, really good. And it seems to be a good atmosphere, and it seems to be really, really colourful. Now, imagine what it's going to be like on a low light setting on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's going to look really good. Now we get on to April. So I'm planning about 5 days in April to come down to London again in the usual hotel. You'll get what that is soon, or have a look back to last year's in December. There's a playlist with everything in there. So we have, and I know the dates now, so I'm going to try and do it around this time. Obviously the dates of when it will be, I don't know yet, because I've not even looked into it for the hotel that I love. So it is going to be London Marathon weekend, which is around the 26th of April, something like that. So we've got that. And while I'm down, I want to do at least one brand new theme park which I've never been to. Now I've got the one in mind, and I'm going to love it. I keep on being teased, you should go there by people who have been there. And it's like, well, give me a chance. I've only really got over Chessington from last year. We know what happened there, don't we? Again, look at my playlist from last year. So that's that one. There's also another place while I'm down in April which I'm thinking about going to, which is another day out from where I'm going to be based in London. Where I'll be based in London is brilliant. You get really good views. But that's besides the point. There's also another place while I'm down in April which I'm thinking about going to, which is another day out from where I'm going to be based in London. Where I'll be based in London is brilliant. You get really good views. But that's besides the point. Then, we're back to next August already, which again is going to be my birthday weekend, but earlier possibility, but I'll get onto that in just a second. Oh, so November and December again. November, December 27th, it is again going to be I pop into Windland and London. November and December again. November, December 27th, it is again going to be I pop into Windland and London. So that's not a problem. I can cope with that because I planned that for it. Now we get to the big thing. August 2027. I have yesterday started to investigate to do a little charity event. Now the charity concerned is based in Manchester, called We Are Survivors. Now they've helped me a lot. The amazing people that have helped me a lot. They were the ones to officially diagnose PTSD. When I've been told in the past before, it was more depression and stuff like that. I mooted the idea when I met the therapist again back in November, at the end, after everything ended and stuff. So don't worry, we hadn't breached anything. He actually turned around and said thank you, because we don't get much contact after people have the therapy and then just disappear. And I said, well, there you go. I'm like that. I like to say thanks where it's due. And I mentioned this idea. He said, oh, you have to tell us how you go. I think about it. Then December happened, and I've been re-guessing myself better again. I was howling about my housemate the other night. And we picked a date. But the one thing which would push my boundaries to the limit to make this worthwhile, to do this charity event, and hopefully raise a fair bit of money for this charity, because they do amazing work. They work with most of the soaps up north, so Coronation Street, Hollyoaks. I think they've worked with Emmerdale. And they work with males who've been abused in relationships or on nights out, and I don't really need to put any more, do I? So yeah, I want to do something for that. Now the thing with me is I hate heights, big time. So for me to do this, I need to push myself, and I need to do it to push me as a person moving forward. So that's where the idea came from, to do up at the O2, at the O2 Arena, on the Greenwich Peninsula in North Greenwich, and then do the glass walkway at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. To do that in one day is really, really going to push me. Like I said, I've started to put feelers out, mostly to those two places, to see what they think. I'm not asking for them to give me to do it for free. I will pay personally, and anybody who wanted to join me on that, to do that. But for me to do that, I really hate heights. I mean, I hate heights. It took me years, and I mean years. Bearing in mind, last year, when I first done it, going on the London Eye for the first time, the week before I finished therapy, I was still, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. What happens? And then all of a sudden in my head, I said to myself, if it wasn't safe, they wouldn't open it. It was literally that. Literally that phrase which was in my head. So I got on, done it, came off and loved it. Again, the footage is in my vlogs from last year. You'll have to go and have a look at that. So yeah, hopefully this charity event is really going to work. I hope it really does work, because I really want to do this. And otherwise, I'm going to have to think of some other places to do this stuff. So, London. I have a list of venues where I really, really want to do the next few times up now. One of them, well, there's at least two, which are definitely free, which are viewing platforms in London. There's one, which everyone knows, which is Sky Garden. But there's another one nearby, which is the equivalent height to the Shard, and it faces the Shard. So I was thinking about that one. I've got this long list of what I want to do over the next few visits to London. I still want to do my transport stuff. I still want to do my event stuff. So if I see any events on the meantime, I'll be hopefully, if I'm well enough to go walk and do that, because when my knee goes, I'm out of the count. Let's go and do all these things which I really want to do. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this will work. This will work. And hopefully this time, the plans that I have, it won't mess up. Hopefully. So that is just that little quick update from me to let you know what I'm thinking about trying to do over the next sort of 18 months. I will keep people updated with the whole charity thing. Soon, if it happens, I'll let people know. But that's going to be a separate list anyway, a separate playlist anyway. I'm hopefully going to be able to feel a bit as well when I do it. So you will see the genuine panic in my face. But I know it's safe to do it. Isn't that weird? So yeah, that's that. So, for now, like I said, don't forget to keep watching the channel, because I've got some things coming up soon anyway. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share to your friends. The more subscribers we get, the better. Currently there is 99% of people who view my channel who are not subscribed, and we need to change that, I think, a bit. We need to get a bit more attention there. So, thanks for watching this one. I'm glad I've shared this up with you to know what I've got coming up soon. And yeah, speak to you soon.